Titans have won 3 straight against the Browns, but Cleveland has won 3 straight to get here with a quarterback who hasn't thrown a pick in 4 games. And if they win this game, they'll clinch their first winning season since 2007. The Browns are 8-3 in that first wild card spot in the AFC right now and are first in the league in rushing. And the Titans also 8-3, first in the AFC South with the league's leading rusher in Derrick Henry. Look, it's the game of the day. They seem to be evenly matched. Our Diana Rossini is in Nashville with the very latest. Diana, I feel like you should just move in there now. Nashville seems like a second home.
I really should, and I'm also being very dramatic with this coat. It's 50 degrees. I'm actually sweating under this, but I thought the red looked nice. So here's the thing. The Browns are really psyched to have Myles Garrett back in action. He's missed the last 2 games because he tested positive for COVID-19, and he said this virus kicked his butt. He had all the symptoms, the cough, the fever. He's been exhausted. He says he's felt like he's been on his couch for over a month. So he slowly got back into football shape, and he told me that he feels good to go. You're going to get the Myles Garrett that you saw before he got COVID-19. Now, meantime, for the Titans, they're going to have their hands full, right? Because they don't want to see Myles Garrett. Ryan Tannehill knows he needs to get that ball out quickly if they don't want to face Myles Garrett up close and personal. And Sam, you know, talking to the Titans players this past week, I came across something really interesting, which was here we are on December 6th, week 13, and this team says they have finally found their identity. It's not a new one. They're just rediscovering what they were this time last year. So I asked them, what is that? What is the identity of the Tennessee Titans? Well, it's good defense, it's forcing turnovers, and it's running the ball well. I asked head coach Mike Vrabel, does he agree with his players? Have they found their identity here? He really wouldn't give me a straight answer, but when it came to this matchup, he did say, I can tell you one thing, our defense is going to force Baker Mayfield to throw the ball today.
Yeah, no surprise there. I mean, I guess it is one of those games where you'll find out how strong your identity was after the game is played. It seems pretty evenly matched. Randy, what do you think the real difference maker in this game is?
I think Derrick Henry and what he brings to not just the running style of this offense is how he changes the whole dynamics of the whole team. All 3 levels of what Derrick Henry brings to this team. They just paid a quarterback over $100-something million because of how he plays in the passing game, Brew. I'm not talking about the drop-back passing game. I'm talking about the play-action passing game. When going against a stacked box, 6 yards per carry by Derrick Henry, it lightens the load up for a guy like Ryan Tannehill. 2017, the 5th overall pick, Corey Davis. Last couple of weeks, he is flourishing in this offense. Going against a stacked box, being able to throw the ball today for the Tennessee Titans, big day for Corey Davis. Each week we talk about what A.J. Brown means to this offense. Well, guess what? 2017, they drafted a guy. They've been waiting on him to come and show up. But as of lately, he has been making those plays. Great ball by Ryan Tannehill. But I think a guy like Derrick Henry opens it up. I don't care if you're going to sit back and cover 2, but you better bring a guy in the box. And if you bring a guy in the box, that's what they paid a guy like Ryan Tannehill the big bucks for, to be able to distribute that ball.
Yeah, that type of stuff fires me up right there, Moss. I mean, it's what it's going to be, and they're not going to care how many are there because they have to be there. They're still going to run it, then they'll hit those play-action passes. But I want to hit on what Diana said about what Coach Vrabel told her. We're going to make Baker Mayfield throw the football. And now that's where I'm unsure. What is the identity of the Cleveland Browns? So when they do that, it's Stefanski saying, okay, let's throw it. This is what I need to do. But that's not who this team is. That's not what this game is going to be. Understanding what the game's going to be. Vrabes understands what it is. Henry, the offensive line, all through the 4th quarter. Bang, run, mash, run the football. Can Chubb and the offensive line of the Browns, can they match that mentality and that success?
Yeah, the interesting thing about this is Mike Vrabel grew up a Cleveland Browns fan, but I think it's the Cleveland Browns who are the fans of the Titans. They are modeling their team after what they see in Tennessee. Run the ball, good defense, don't turn the ball over. And what we've seen for a few years now, and why I think the Tennessee Titans are one of the 4 best teams in the AFC, is great quarterback play from Ryan Tannehill. Decisiveness. That's the big word for me with Ryan Tannehill. He is decisive with the football. On the other side, Baker Mayfield, he's been playing with a lead, so he's been allowed to play this, what they want to play. They have not played from behind much, and that's what I think Mike Vrabel is talking about. Mike Vrabel says, you know what? We don't want to let them be what we're trying to be on offense. We're going to take that away early. This is a great matchup, but I do believe the Tennessee Titans are further along than Cleveland. I'm impressed with Cleveland, but I don't think they're where the Tennessee Titans are right now. Either way, this should be an awesome matchup.
Yeah, I mean, both 8-3 teams, and you're right, man. I mean, it's the same formula. Run the football, maybe a little different, more bootlegs and things from Cleveland, moving the pocket for a shorter quarterback. So I understand it. But Cleveland needs to show up big and show up in a physical type game. They've come up short against Baltimore and Pittsburgh when challenged physically. They got to show up today, because you're right. Vrabel and company, they will be physical. That's what they stand by, and it's going to show up today. So Baker Mayfield, man, you're going to have to do it. But don't, Kevin Stefanski, stay the course. This team runs the ball more on first down than any team in the National Football League. You got to keep it going. Be you and match it. When you start getting into, I've got to drop back and throw it all the time, put it in Baker's hands, that's a disaster.
And we should give Kevin Stefanski a lot of credit, because we call coaches out when they don't do the right thing or it's not working. Okay. Kevin Stefanski has taken Baker Mayfield, a guy who played quarterback at Oklahoma, was never under center. He looked awkward under center in the preseason his rookie year. And now no team in the NFL is under center more than the Cleveland Browns. I mean, this team has an identity. Diana's talking about the Tennessee Titans have rediscovered their identity. Cleveland has never lost their identity. Like, they have been very clear. And for a first year, a new head coach to come in and really, I think, do a great job with the quarterback. His numbers aren't off the charts. He's not going to the Pro Bowl necessarily, but he's playing winning football, and they have that identity. They may have 2,000-yard rushers at the end of this season. Jarvis Landry's still putting up numbers. This is a good football team in Cleveland.
And one more quick nugget, just looking at the defense for the Cleveland Browns, talking about Diana Rossini, talking about we're going to see the Myles Garrett that we saw before the COVID. One thing that really stands out to me, as good as Myles Garrett is in the rushing the passer, playing the run and the pass, Denzel Ward, their cornerback, is out. I just put a tape together showing you all the 5th overall pick in 17, Corey Davis, A.J. Brown on the other side. The defensive backs for the Cleveland Browns got their work cut out for them today, because they got to worry about the run and they got to stop the play action pass.
And they got to tackle.
Yes.
That's the thing. When you recognize what's going on in the second half, Sam, the commitment you have to make to tackle some of these players, we'll see what defenders are making it and what defenders are turning it down.
Yeah, the Denzel Ward thing's big. And then for the Titans, no Jonnu Smith and Adoree Jackson. They're both out, but Simmons and Saffold both will play today, so there's something to keep an eye on when you watch the Titans and the Browns today. Let's get to another 8-3 team, though. The Green Bay Packers are at home at Lambeau, off to an 8-3 start for the second season under Matt LaFleur. The 3-win Eagles are off to their worst start through 11 games since 2012. And good luck against the guy